an overview of building field solution. Leica Geosystems has been revolutionizing the world of measurement and survey for nearly 200 years by now. We are known for our premium products and innovative solution development. Professionals in a diverse mix of industries trust Leica Geosystems for all of their needs. With the precise and accurate instruments, sophisticated software, and dependable services, Leica Geosystems is a brand within Hexagon. I would now like to start by introducing our speaker. We have Kanan Murugesan, who is the Deputy Manager. He has been working with Hexagon Geosystems since 2016. He takes care of the dealer business pan India and has successfully handled sales and technical aspects in the Hexagon Construction division, focusing on products such as Disto and Lino, Levels, Icon series, Locator, and GPR. Before handing it over to our speaker, I would like to mention that if at any point you would like to ask a question, please enter it in the questions box. We welcome all of your questions and we will address them later in the presentation. If we are unable to get to all of the questions in our live session, Kanan will reach out to you after the webinar by email. Just to let you know, we will also be sharing the recording of this webinar after the session. Over to you, Kanan.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kanan. Thanks, Divya. I welcome everyone for this session on a short notice because it was just informed 2 days back. So this is the main agenda of this session is like I think I have to give like almost everyone on this webinar or reselling the product, maybe authorized dealer or buying from an authorized distributors. So we, as a business, we are focusing on certain products. Actually, we are not there are new innovations which Leica normally does, and also there are a lot of products which we can focus also. So this session is mainly focused on an all the product range overview of the product. So what all products we have, and after viewing the response from your side, all the dealers and resellers, in the futures we will be organizing division wise because covering the entire division for building field solution is a bigger topic actually. So in this session also I'm taking up a part of building field solution. It is not the entire range. I am mentioning that also. So this will be a part of building field solution, and a few dealers who are already know about the product, uh, PTD or construction, or as on today, it is known as building field solutions actually. And in building field solutions, we have a lot of subdivisions, which we'll be looking at through this webinar actually. So as mentioned, any questions or anything, you can put it at end of the session, or you have, I think most of you guys have my number. You can reach out to me also. So let us start. Uh, Building field solution overview.
Yes, Kanan, you're audible and your screen is visible.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Vishudhe. So let us start. Hexagon. I think most of or known with Leica Geosystem. Uh, Let us look at Hexagon at initial actually. Hexagon is a technology solution provider in geospatial and industrial enterprise actually, and they are the global leader in this particular industry. And Hexagon is present in more than 50 countries with more than 20,000 employees. That means we are globally reached. And the main important term is like R&D. because as on today we have to be with equivalent to the technology in current scenario, and also to reduce the pain point of the customers what they are facing day in day out. We are investing almost around 10 to 12% of the net sales in R&D. That's why you can see a lot of innovative products coming from Hexagon side. And if you're looking at Hexagon, it is on 5.2 billion euros, which is a strong financial, and it is a European in European market. It is a listed company actually. So in Hexagon,
Kanan, sorry to interrupt.
mm,
The audience would like you to be a little louder, please.
yeah, okay. So the Hexagon, if you look at Hexagon, under this we have a lot of companies like a Geosystems, Intergraph, Lucid, Erax, and also Briskcat, and we are like almost on 25 to 30 companies which is under Hexagon. And if you look at Hexagon Geospatial, also we are available, and also safety and infrastructure. This is two parts of Hexagon which is presently, I mean, globally it is available. And if you look at Hexagon in India, so we saw a global picture. Now, if you're seeing in India, we have offices at 14 cities with head office at Gurgaon, and we have all our regional sales office at all major tier one cities, mostly in Bangalore, Chennai, all the capitals of the states. And we have, since I told 10 to 20% is invested in R&D. In India also, we have an R&D centers in Hyderabad and Pune, and in India, the strength is almost around 2,000 employees in India. That means we have a strong team of sales, technical, and also technical commercial people available for the support. So we saw Hexagon globally as well as Indian presence. So now we'll be looking at something what was the past, because when we know the history, we can be so confident to present it to our end users also, and also we have to know what is behind the Hexagon geosystem as on today. So it started in 1819 with a production of microscopes and some optical instruments. And in 1921, in the name of Wild Herb, the first theodolite for surveying grade was created, and it was the world's first theodolite which was created by Wild. And in 1990, the Leica, it was the name under which it was branded. Before it, it was known as Wild. And in 1990, it was branded as Leica. And in 2005, there was a major thing which happened. Leica, which Hexagon, Leica and Hexagon merged together, and under the header of Hexagon, it got a better leverage and also to reach out the maximum customers in the global market. And you may check that Hexagon, what is the future? They are moving towards a digital solution and also autonomous future. So this is the future of Hexagon. So since you can look at the chart over here, the history is dated up to 1819. That means it is almost a century old company which is producing. And also uh, the duration of this, how it's sustained, is only because of the R&D and also the technology, and also uh, the precision of equipment, the quality of the equipment, which made them to cross and to be here in the market today. And maybe I'm proud to say that Hexagon Geosystem or Leica uh, is the global one of the major global producer for the geospatial and geosystems instruments. So I think how it supports like Hexagon, we have a different concept for selling the product. We doesn't focus on products. Rather than that, focusing on one product doesn't support anyone. So even for a dealer also, it remains the same. So we have to look at the solution, what all product we can integrate and give it to our end user. So it will help us to expand our businesses also. So this is like how Hexagon works. We work on the solution, and also first is application specific, like whether it is like a mining or scanning application or a ground detection, or it may be leveling. So it is application specific. Next comes industrial specific. We work on industrial specific solutions also, like railways, safety, heavy construction, like mission control we have here, and also industrial application where our scanners comes into picture, telecommunications. So we have industrial specific solutions also. And next we have adjacent service where we are supporting like on the positioning systems and lidars. We are specific on that also. And also we have a lot of softwares which is for interconnection to the field and the office we are providing. So this is how we work actually. We work on application specific, industrial specific solutions, and also adjacent service. So let us see about the construction. So this is mainly into building field solution. So this gives a brief idea how Leica Geosystem is giving a complete solution in a construction industry. So if you look at this particular image, uh, any construction starts at a ground reality like surveying. The ground is surveyed. So we have our GNSS, total stations, scanners. We have the product and also airborne lidars also available in globally. And next comes the planning. So planning and concept. So here we provide a field software and also the BricsCAD, and we have office software for the preparation of the design. Next comes in the building field, construction industry is the setting out. So for this application, we have total station and we have GNSS. And in this total station and GNSS can be integrated with the machine controls also like JCB or excavators. It can be integrated. It both works simultaneously. So we have a setup for that also. And next comes once the excavation and everything ground is ready. Next comes laying of the utilities. It may be water pipeline, drainage, anything. So it has to be done. So for this also we have, if it is an existing site, we have locators to detect any existing water pipeline or cables are there. We have GPR for detection. Next, if we want to lay the new utilities, we have GNSS positioning also. We have total stations also. Next comes we have the actual construction like foundation, pillars, roofs, everything. So here we have almost like line lasers, auto levels, scanners. So almost everything we can name. And next comes the infrastructures. So here the road works where we have the scanners for the outermost scanning. And also we have IDS, which is also part of Hexagon, where it allows us to detect the road depth and how the structure is there in this infrastructure work also. Next comes the facility management. So in this also we have a lot of softwares in geospatial team also. And next comes complete handover of the project. So once a construction company takes up, their requirement is they have the design which is created here, and from the stage 3 till the stage 9 they need to transfer this data whatever was prepared at stage 2. So almost Leica is like looking at the future, and this software can be integrated with almost all the tools. We have the option for that. That means the BIM ready instruments actually. So if we are doing all this, what is the advantage for a construction company? It is like on time delivery, and also the reworks are mostly reduced. That means on budget, and also the client is happy because it is on the specification. Whatever it is there on the agreement, it is done as per it. So it is like a complete solution for a construction industry. So if you're reaching out to any construction industry, you can look out like what is the options available, what can be promoted. So we have a complete solution. So in this segment also, we'll be focusing on certain products, just overview of the products. So the segments, if you're looking at what we'll be focusing today is distance and line lasers. We have Icon, Intelligent Construction, TPS and GNSS, rotating lasers, detections, and I think most of you know auto levels. So we'll be focusing on this, and also uh, what is the advantage, what is the market like apart from others, what is different. So we'll be discussing on that also. So am I fast or anything? Any feedback?
If you have any feedback, you can put it in the chat box. I
Okay.
think Karan, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So let us continue with our first segment, that is distos and liners. So this is a short video. Maybe we have a lot of product in the market like distance meter, but as I told Leica, it is with the technology loaded. So this video gives a brief history. Like distance meter, it is almost 30 years old for us. So you have seen almost like we were first in most of the series, like first distance meter or smallest distance meter or the Bluetooth technology. So everything we were like introducing to the market with the latest technology, and we were looking at the future. So in the market, there are a lot of distance meter, and with my knowledge, like almost like 10 years, I can say the Indian market is getting better in the respect of distance meter. Now people are coming to the counter and they are using distance meter. So what Leica is providing? That is the question actually. So Leica is providing like almost around 8 ranges. Uh, Before that, I'll give you a hint. Like most of the times, a customer comes to our counter and say that I need a distance meter, but there are a lot of products. So what will be our first question? Whether it is where he is using it, whether indoor or an outdoor application. That will be our first question to be asked to the customer. So if we are getting as much as data from the customer, we'll be like easy to sell our products also. So as I told, uh, indoor or outdoor application, even we have indoor and outdoor options also. So first let us look at the indoor options. So if we look at the Leica range starts from D1. This is our entry level product with 40-meter range with only the linear measurement. Then we have D110, which is a 60-meter range with length and an area measurement. We have D2, which is 100-meter measurement with length, area, volume calculation function with 20 memories inbuilt. X3, which is like the latest addition to this segment. X3 and X4 are the latest additions, maybe 2 years, and it is established product. X3 with 150-meter range with length, area, volume, and indirect height measurements, indirect width measurement. All the functions are loaded. There is other advantage of this particular product. If you are looking at interior designer, modular kitchens, there we can suggest this X3 with the tripod and adapter. They can use this instrument with an additional function of point to point measurement, which is not available in any of these three models, D1, 110, D2. You can, in X3, you can go with point-to-point measurement. So that is the additional feature in X3. And also for signboards, like it may be irregular shape or it may be at a particular height. So we want to measure the area or the length or the width for the banner size measurement. So they can easily fix it on a tripod and adapter. They can go for the point to point. That means distance between any 2 point. It should not, it doesn't require that it should be on the same plane or not. It can be any 2 points. So it can be measured. So this is our indoor range. So the outdoor series, why it is classified as indoor or outdoor? Because this product works on a laser. So where the laser hits, if the laser is hitting at this particular, my pointer is the laser. If it hits and comes back to the, if it's emitted, hits, comes back. This is the distance calculated. So we have to be sure where the laser is targeting. So in an outdoor bright sunny condition, viewing a laser will be very difficult. So we have an option for that also. That is the outdoor range. So we have X4, which is the similar to X3 with all the functions. Addition to this is we have an inbuilt camera in this so that we can see where the laser is targeting. We have a cross line. If you look at this particular image, there is a cross line at in between. So if you look at here, this is the cross line on this images. So we can visualize where the laser is targeting. So this gives a better view of the things. And this works up to 150-meter range. And we have 510 with 200 meters range with almost all the functions. Additionally, we have land profile measurement also. 810, which is 250 meters range. And this instrument, as I told, it is loaded with all these functions. Along with that, we have measure with a picture. If you look at this display, this particular thing is like measure with a picture. They are measuring a diameter. So it is just like you have to zoom in according to the image, then crop it, just move this arrow mark, it gives the complete distance. So you can measure length also, height also, or the diameter, or if you want, you can calculate the area also using this. So next is the our highest and fully loaded equipment, that is S910 with 300 meters range. As I told, this supports point-to-point measurement, and the advantage of this machine is, along with the tripod and adapter, here we can take the coordinates and store as a DXF or a DWG format itself on the device itself. You can save like you can save 5 files. Each files can save up to 30 coordinates. So you can use this instrument for any kind of indoor survey or an outdoor survey which can be closed within 30 points. You can set it on a tripod and adapter and take all the measurements. The point to point is supported on this device also. So the P2P function is supported on X3. I would remind this X3, X4, and S910. And I can say that point to point function is in the market right now. In the market, only Leica is supporting point to point measurement devices. So people, this is an overview of the segments, like what are the products we have in distance meter. But most of the times what happens is like the customer will buy a basic one. For me, the cost is economical one they require. But what is the advantage? Like we have converted the customer from using a tape to a laser distance meter. What was the user was doing? In a tape, he used to take a measurement, note it down on a piece of paper, or draw a rough sketch on a piece of paper. This was done on the tape and the user. Next, what was changed in last few years is, instead of a tape, they are using a laser distance meter, and again they are continuing to use the paper and pen. They are drawing it, they are recording the measurement on the paper, manual method. So what Leica is presenting is all these models supports Bluetooth. So even if I buy a basic D1 also, I can transfer all this data to my mobile. We are providing the softwares So software is there, which I'll be discussing in coming slide. So you can transfer all these things. But one more question also comes: why choosing Leica? So as I told, uh, I'll come to the basic point. This comes with a complete 3 years warranty. So normally in the market, people are giving with 6 months or 1 year. Leica is providing 2+1 exactly. 2 years on the date of invoice from the date of invoice, and 1 year the customer has to register the product online. So he get that extended 1 year. So it makes totally 3 years. So in India, how we are doing this warranty process is like, if it is within warranty and it is a manufacturing problem, then we are straightforwardly replacing the instrument. And if it is out of the warranty period, because everything is an electronic circuit board, emitter and diode, that is what it is made up of. So after the warranty period, we are doing the service at our Gurgaon service center. If it is beyond service cost, then we are suggesting the customer to buy a new instrument on a repairing cost. So we are providing that option to the customer also. And in most of the time, like you had seen most of the products also, so it will be like comes with a manufacturing certificate. That means it it just confirms that it is manufactured as per the specification. But Leica has gone one step ahead, and they provide a calibration certificate. If you look at this, this is the calibration certificate, which comes with a reference value. This is called a silver calibration certificate. Every product, even if you buy D2 or D1, it comes with a calibration certificate. And also, I have seen the production of this instrument at like a manufacturing unit. All the products are tested, like manually it is tested, and also the drop facility or water splash facility. It is all like 24 hours, and as it is mentioned, like 100 test is done before it leaves the facility. And regarding the question, area measurement, stock volume calculation. Area measurement can be done using a disto, and also volume calculation. If it is a rectangular or cubical volume, then it can volume calculation also can be done using the distos. So as I mentioned, like all the distance meter supports Bluetooth. So, and I told what is a manual, like from the tape we have changed to laser distance meter, but still the data recording is in the manual method. So now uh, using the mobile, now even the market has matured. So now every person has a smartphone. It is not something new or expensive. So they are well known with the internet and everything. So they can download the Measure app, which is free of cost. And of course, it has got in-app purchase also. Few functions are paid. So they can, what they can do using this, they can transfer all the data from the device, they can send it to the office. That means the user who is taking the measurement at site doesn't need to come back to the office, then recheck it. If they have missed out some measurement, again they have to go back to the site. So all those work, rework, and the time has been reduced using this digitalization of data. So if you look at the functions, what all functions are there in the application like disto plan, we have sketch on the photo, where you are taking a photograph and doing the markups, like what is the measurement you have taken on this photograph. So you can just look at this photograph. So you can just do the markup. All the measurements, what you're taking on the distance meter will be coming on this bottom ribbon. So it will be like simultaneous. And second option will be like sketch on the plan. So in this, you will be drawing a sketch manually on the device. Then you are taking the measurements. You will be placing it on the respective wall. Then this automatically resize itself. The sketch is resized, and also your area and the floor area and perimeter is shown on this image itself. So what happens after the sketch plan? So this can be exported into a PDF on a free version, And on a paid version, this can be exported into a DWG or a DXF format. That means the user is saving the time on office work, like basic drafting software. They're reducing the time on the BriskCAD or CAD AutoCAD. They're reducing the time on that. And next comes if the, and now it is like field office. So we'll keep it like this. So the field person, AI is going to multiple sites. So it has an organizer also. IFC format, no, it supports only DWG and DXF format on the device. And suppose, as I told, Leica is like one step ahead. You are looking at this manual drawing. Leica has come up with smart room function also, which is supported on X3, X4, S910. In this, what happens is, if this is a room, I have to move towards the wall in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. The sketch will be drawn automatically. Suppose if I take this example, uh, if I'm moving from this point, I'll take this first dimension, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, closing the loop. This sketch will be automatically drawn with the measurement in the smart room function. So it should be the limitation here will be like 20 measurement is the limitation. So this is a smart room, which is as on today, I think even this is on a free app itself. This is also previously it was on paid. Now they have made it as a free app. And next comes, as I told, distance meter. We are providing software updates also as and when required on certain models like X3, X4, S910, which is our like which supports point-to-point measurement. We are updating our software functions also. So when you're connecting with any Bluetooth devices like with your smartphone, it will automatically suggest to update the device also. And if your customer is buying it for the first time and is integrating with your smartphone, by default, it will alert the customer to register for the extended warranty also. And there are certain functions which is on the paid applications. If you look at disto and this adapter, if we are utilizing with this, we can go with measure plan and measure facade application. This two application has been on a paid application, and also DWG DXF is also on the paid. Here, if it is for a modular kitchen or an interior designer, he has to take multiple dimensions and there may be a lot of obstruction also. So they can set the tripod and adapter, this complete device X3 or X4 or S910 at center of the room and take the points of interest. So this will be drawn as a 2D sketch itself. And again, this can be exported in DXF or DWG. Next comes facade applicators. In any commercial space, they will be doing the facade. And this building, this plane should be on a single plane. If there is an undulation, they have to cross check for any undulation. So even for this application, your X3 or X4 is supported. What is the uses of all this function means you can target at a larger user group. First thing. Second thing, you are eliminating the competition itself. And of course, few people can ask, uh, Leica is premium product and it is costlier also. Yes, of course. And but if you compare with the applications like Bluetooth, most of the competitor doesn't provide with the Bluetooth facility. Only a few products out of their entire range, one or two products supports, two or three products supports Bluetooth. But in Leica, almost everything supports Bluetooth. That is one. Second thing, the warranty you can speak with your customers. That gives like 2 + 1 year, total 3 years warranty. So that is also an advantage. And if it is like an industrial application or where high accuracy is required, you can pitch in for the silver calibration certificate also. And if you look at the cost also, maybe I can say 10 to 20% on a higher side. Yes, of course, it is higher. But you can tell the customer, like most of the competitors are giving 1 year and Leica is providing a 3 years warranty. They can consider that 20% difference as an AMC charges also. This is how we can convince the customer with respect to distos. So now we'll be looking at our second segment, line lasers. Uh, what line laser? Because most of us has gone to a construction site, we would have seen water tube levels, strings, or normally line dories. We have seen this thing for level transfer. For this, there are a lot of users. Starting from once the surveyor gives the reference point, after that it like even the tile laying application, interior designer, or maybe a facade application or false ceiling, all the customer requires a reference level. So we propose line laser for that particular application. This works on a pendulum mechanism. This is a self-leveling instrument. Up to plus or minus 4 degrees, it will level itself and gives an horizontal or a vertical line. That is what line laser is. So that was a short video about what all the application it can be used. You can get some ideas on that. So we have one design concept. This is the common design for all the line lasers, which is like with the rubber pads and triple power concept. IP54 with its water and splash proof, self-leveling pendulum up to plus or minus 4 degree variation. And we have pulse mode. I'll speak about this because in most of the products, the range will be like 25 to 30 meters, or in some models, it will be 15 meters. But using a receiver, the range can be extended up to 80 meters. So in the market, you have seen all the basic products which doesn't support the receiver. But in Leica, all the models supports all the line lasers supports pulse mode. That means every model gives a range. You can use it up to a range of 80 meters with the support of receiver, laser receiver, which is something different from the competitor models. And we have extended fan angle. That means if you're this angle, whatever it is there, this vertical angle is almost around 180-degree. That means if I'm doing a high transfer, it can be stretched to the complete root, and it applies to the same vertical angle also. Even this gives up to 180-degree. And when you're looking at the window frame, this is one of the common thing. This can be replaced at the end user location itself, or if you're supplying the instrument, even you can replace this window frames. I told this is something a new concept from Leica. Triple power. There are certain models which comes with a lithium-ion battery from the competitor also. But in Leica, we provide an option for normal batteries also, lithium-ion battery also, and at the same time, if the power supply is stable, we can recommend direct power supply also, AC current supply also. Even if the customer is buying a lithium-ion battery along with, we provide a AAA tray also along with that. That means he can interchange between this thing. So our lithium-ion battery can provide a backup up to 44 hours. This is our range. We have a point laser with 5 points. We have 2-line cross-line lasers in red and green combination. And we have a combi laser, which is combination of line laser and also point. We have combi lasers in both red and green. And we have 180-degree multi-line laser, that is L4P1. And we have three-dimensional 360-degree line lasers in red and green combination. So this model works on a pendulum option. This is suitable for any constructional applications. Suppose if you are coming across any industrial application, or where the accuracy is required at a higher accuracy, then we would recommend to suggest ML180. The difference is that this works on an electronical leveling application actually. So this electronic level will give you an accuracy of 0.07 mm per meter. This line lasers gives an accuracy of 0.2 mm. That is the major difference actually. So we are not only supplying the instruments, we are providing the right accessories which reduces the
The
burden of the
new
customer.
powerful Leica Lino L6R and L6G precision alignment 360-degree multi-line laser provide excellent visibility in all 6 directions, combined with crisp and sharp lines over a long range. The laser's vertical lines are easily adjusted once the plumb point, which is located outside the device, is set. Turn the device with the integrated fine adjustment knob around the plumb point. The magnetic adapter Twist 250 allows for easy positioning to metal doors, wall moldings, pipes and bars. One click connected with our wall mount adapter UAL 130 in seconds. Perfect for suspended ceiling installations, transferring reference heights and complex drywall installations. The triple power supply ensures an uninterrupted workflow, whether the laser is to be operated with rechargeable lithium-ion up to 36 hours, alkaline, or directly from the grid. Leica Geosystems product incorporate decades of knowledge and experience in the fields of optics and electronics. The results are outstanding visibility and high accuracy of our red and green lasers. All Leica Lino are shock absorbent and protected against dust and splash water. We offer a 3-year warranty for all registered products. Disto.com.
Yeah, as you heard, the line lasers also comes with a 2+1 year warranty with a replacement warranty. I can see that. And as I told, all the models supports the receiver. This is an RGR 200. And as I told, all the model supports receiver and working range up to 80 meters. But there was red and green. In this also we were innovative, and this is like only one receiver. There is no confusion at all. This supports both red and green lasers, so that there's no confusion on suggesting the model also. So you can tell your customer, and maybe there are like customers can say that the cost or something like that, but you can mention that if the working capacity or the working range of the end user increases, if he is buying something in an economical, then he has to upgrade the product completely. But here he can go with the basic product initially with the line laser L2 or something. Then if the working range is increased, then he can buy the RGR 200 separately. This is the only additional cost. If he goes for the other products like other competitors, he has to buy the receiver separately and also the instrument which support the receiver. The cost is higher comparatively. The customer can think that initially the investment is lesser, but if he looks at a longer run, Leica will be economical than compared to any other brands. This is the overview of the targeted groups. So where you can pinch in distance meter or line laser. I think one of the industries HVAC, where you can pitch in line lasers, distance meter, which the focus is like very limited. And also you can look at the interior designers. There also you have a lot of scope. Modular kitchens, which is getting into like now every apartments are getting into modular kitchen. The users are more, so you can target over there also. So we are into the third segment. I'm rushing. I know I'm fast. So if you have any questions or if you feel like you want to know more about the products, what I've told, you can reach me out. I'm repeatedly saying this. I can arrange for a individual sessions also for that. So we have seen laser levels, that is basically 80-meter range, and that is for an indoor application. So what about the outdoor application? Now, most of them are suggesting auto levels for leveling application. Yes, of course, we have that product in our category also. But can it be done with a laser? What is an advantage? Yes, of course, it can be done using the Rabbi series, which is normally known as a rotational laser. So let us look at rotational laser, what we provide. So the basic entry level product will be Ruby 640. So here it can be used for the leveling. So you may ask how the leveling is done. What is the working principle? I'll give a brief idea. In an auto level, one person is looking through the lens, the other person is holding the scale. Using the lens, he will just check what is the cross line, where it is targeting, what is the measurement. That is the working principle. Here, we are reducing one person itself. We are just setting up this instrument on a tripod. We'll be using a leveling staff, yes, of course, in this, with this particular receiver. That means the laser will be rotating and we can check the level at any intermediate points. So the level will be like if there is a variation less than 100 mm, we get on a digital receiver itself. That's what ROD-I 160. This is what the standard supply comes with, ROD-I 160. This gives the digital readout also. So this is the difference. That means we are eliminating one manpower plus we are getting the work faster. And time consumption. If it is an auto level, so we have to align the bubble. We have to make sure one person is checking through the lens and letting him know. But here, it is a self-leveling, as we seen in line laser also. Here also it is self-leveling, plus or minus 3 degrees, it can self-align, and then it will start rotating. So where we can look, where it is used majorly. So land leveling, and also in most of the case in commercial projects, you would have seen concrete pouring application. That is a major uh, segment where this can be pitched in, because if you are saving like 1 or 2 mm of concrete thickness for a square feet, like say 1,000 square feet, or maybe like 10,000, 5,000 square feet, it makes a huge difference. So they can use in concrete and formwork, and also it can be used for the level alignment if they require the exact alignments also it can be used. But what is the range, you can ask? The range for Ruby 640 is almost around 1,000-meter diameter. With ROD-I 160 it can work up to 1,000. That means each side they can go up to 500 meters for leveling. And we are actually leading supplier for the rotational laser in the agricultural segment. So the body design, as I told, almost all the models, water and dust protection will be there. This comes with the IP67 for a toughest condition construction industry. And again, it works on a lithium-ion battery. So this also makes a difference, stand out from the competition. This can give up to 44 hours of 44 to 60 hours of backup. And also this comes with a plumb, 90 plumb. This will help in aligning works actually. And it is not so complicated instrument. The user interface is very simple. On just this is the user interface, power on, whether it is leveled or not. And this can used for setting out the slopes also. That is also possible in this instrument. So we don't have only one product in rotational laser. We have the other version, because for each user, the requirement will be different. So for that, we have created a CLH CLA series. This is one of the kind. First, I can say this is the first product in the world which can be upgraded in rotational laser. So here, if your customer, this is a CLA, which is horizontal and vertical in both the direction, this can be worked. Suppose the customer wants only horizontal working, then it can be recommended by going with the default option. If they are doing horizontal and slope, we can upgrade it to 250. And again, if it is like a slope and also verticality, then it is CLX 500. If they are like horizontal, vertical, and if they want slope dial in, here the slope will be manual, here the slope will be dial in. They can dial in the slope, how much in the matter of gradient or the percentage. They can dial in the slope also. Next comes a fully automatic dial in. This is semi automatic. So next, the final version will be like with all the functions loaded, all this function loaded, along with that, with the 20 rotational per second. This is majorly used in industrial application, machine control plus agriculture. This is CLA, a simple mindset. CLA is for all-rounder, horizontal and vertical. If you need only for horizontal, we have CLH. Here also, by default, it is horizontal leveling. We have an upgrade option which is available. So you can upgrade it at a later stage also. If the customer has a budget only for the basic option, then he wants the slope. Definitely you have a revenue income of your customer is coming back to you. You can upgrade the software also. No need of keeping multiple models also. There are like only two models, CLA or CLH. You can keep two models, upgrade it as per the customer requirement. And also the receiver for CLH or CLA series. This works as a complete remote as well as laser receiver also with a range of 1350-meter range. As I told, it was 1000. Here it is 1350-meter range. And also here it works on lithium-ion battery. What about the warranty? For disclose on Linos, but here we are speaking about 5 years. That is the confidence what Leica has on its product. So 5 years warranty for no cost period. And you may look at this knockdown warranty. This is military grade IP protection. They are giving if the instrument falls down and any damage happens for the first 2 years, they get the knockdown warranty also. And we are not only providing warranty for the main instrument, we are providing it for the receiver also. It comes with 3 years warranty. And any terms and condition, or if you have any product, you have a doubt, you can always visit Leica Geosystem. This is the link. Maybe I can share it later on also. So we have seen laser in leveling. This is one application. I think in India it is very limited. I'll just show you a small video on this. Maybe you can pitch into the customer. But there is a segment in India which is working in this profile also.
First self-leveling lasers small enough to fit inside a 4-inch or 100-millimeter pipe. Leica Geosystem's Piper 100 and 200 series pipe lasers are versatile enough to complete any pipe laying job they're asked to do, inside the pipe, over the top, or in the manhole. But don't let their compact size fool you. Piper series lasers are a high-performance, full-function leveling tool. 100% waterproof, highly accurate, and built with a cast aluminum housing to stand up to years of rugged use. Piper's menu of user-friendly features makes field setups a snap, right out of the case. Self-centering rubber-tipped feet assure proper alignment inside the pipe, while productivity-enhancing features like Piper's heavy-duty trivet help guide its bright laser beam to the target faster. An optional scope and tripod mounting kit quickly adapt Piper for above-ground applications. And in the manhole, Piper's unique shape and wide stance design easily sets up even in the smallest inverts. To use Piper, simply position it on center line of the proposed or existing pipeline, establish correct elevation, and turn it on. During the startup routine, the current battery status is automatically displayed. When programmed, the unit also displays the customer's name, stored in memory, for security purposes. The main screen displays the current grade and large, clear numbers. A flashing laser burst signals when the unit is leveling. There are also icons for battery status and line and grade lock. Simply enter the desired grade into the Piper. Small increments can be entered by pressing either the up or down arrow. For larger amounts of grade, first press the star button, then move the cursor to input grade by the individual digits. When you're ready to align the beam to the desired position, use the buttons on the laser or the multifunction remote control device at the far end of the pipe. The Piper 200's patented Align Master feature makes second-day setups even faster and simpler by automatically seeking and centering the beam on the target. The cross-access grade compensation feature keeps the Piper on grade automatically, even when rolled up to plus or minus 3 degrees. Piper 100 and 200 series lasers, the perfect laser leveling solution for storm and sanitary sewer construction, gravity flow pipeline, and wherever accurately setting grade and line with a single beam is a must.
So that was a bit long video because I just wanted to play it. Because this particular segment in India, there are a lot of water pipeline projects going on, drainage pipes going on in smart cities. I mean, almost every city is tier one, tier two cities there are a lot of jobs going on. What they are facing the problem is the time shortage, traffic, everything is there. So maybe we were having a lesser knowledge on this particular product, but yes, of course, we have this product, and Leica is developing this products also. Like previously, there was only red lasers. Now, to increase the visibility, we have green lasers also. The range is for red is 150 meters and for green is around 200 meters. So applications for almost all the lasers, pipe lasers, it is same. Precision grades, constant grades, manholes, water pipelines, or placing a manhole. So that is about the pipers. So next is the levels. Everyone knows about the levels. I won't much explaining on levels. So we have an entry level product, NA300 series. I think most of them are common with NA324, which is the fastest moving product in Leica in India. We have, depending upon the magnification, 20, 24, 32. That is the standard magnification. Comes with a 1-year warranty. NA500 series, which is like mid level, comes with a 2 years warranty for this particular product. So your accuracy varies. What is the difference between these two is the accuracy and also the compensator. Here the focusing will be much stable compared to 300 series. You can recommend 300 series for the day-to-day job for a normal entry-level product. If the customer is looking for a stable or if there is some vibration or a construction site, you can recommend the NA500 series. If it is a road works or high-end accuracy is required, higher accuracy is required, then you can recommend NA700 series. So here the accuracy is much better. It can go up to 0.7 mm also. So the focusing is like 24, 28, 30. And also this instrument also comes with 2 years warranty. And we have one more product for industrial leveling or high precise leveling, that is NAK2 or NA2 along with the microplate facility. So that was just a small cap on the levels. And construction, this is something like which I'll be focusing more on coming sessions. Like this is a brief introduction of this. Few people have heard about this name in the market, Icon, intelligent construction. So what is Icon? Why it is here? So uh, we were using survey grades like total stations, GNSS, everything related to a survey grade. Most of them, initial days, it was a service providing. Now, most of the construction companies or an infrastructure companies are buying in-house and they are using it. And Leica, even they have the geometrics like professional survey grade instruments also. They have tailor-made for the infrastructure and construction industry also. We have a total station, robotic total station, as well as GNSS. What makes the difference? The software. I can say the hardware, Leica is premium in that they look only for the quality on that. Here, Icon is the software, which is tailor-made for the construction and infrastructure industry. Your stakeout or maybe your lever setup point, everything is very simple on this particular software. Initially, you may, as a reseller or a dealer, you may face some resistance because most of the people are used to the survey grade products. It is just like converting from a keypad to the smartphone, what it takes, but smartphone is much easier. It is the same case here also. The software is much simpler and the future ready. That means the services, it can be interconnected to the cloud. All the data can be stored on the cloud also, and it can be interconnected with AutoCAD, Procore, or Bluebeam, which are the construction softwares. And Yes, of course, the hardware also is there, but here, if you look at this icon, maybe in India from last 2 or 3 years, we are hearing about icon. But before that, we had Builder series, which was part of icon family itself. It started in 2012. Leica started this in 2012. So with the standard builder total station and the basic GNSS with icon version 1 software. It was continuously developing because there was a market requirement, because the learning curve of the software survey grade product, it is very person with a basic civil knowledge can use this instrument. There is no need for your surveyor to be present at the site every time. So now, if you look at where they are standing, I think when we are speaking today, they are at Icon version 7.4, I think so. And with the hardware part, if you look at, we have ICBs and ICR models. And also in the software, also we have controller units. Also, we have latest controllers. So this is like not something new. This is almost like an established product in the market, and there is no doubt on that. In India, we are promoting ICB 70 due to the market conditions. ICB 50 is only a reflectorless. It doesn't support any prism. So this is a basic model. And ICB 70 supports reflectorless R500 model. So this is the first step. It comes with a pan and zoom method display, and with icon build and build plus software inbuilt. And this works on an Windows system. And next comes our robotic total station, ICT. This is majorly for the leveting tool, ICT 37-second accuracy. And we have, with the ATR facility, we have ICR 70 also, where you are combining with the controller unit and the device. This is like compared to a manual total station, it is 3 or 4 times better than a manual total station in that respect of data collection. And next we have ATR plus also. This is the method how the prism is connected, like how the search is collected. So this is our higher end robotic total station, ICR 80, which comes with a display also. You can go with the controller unit also. And if you are looking at the function higher than ICR 80, in a professional grade, we have MS60 for the structure monitoring or tunnel profiling, all those applications, we have MS60 also. So as I told, why Icon? It is the same software. Suppose your customer is you has just started buying a manual total station. You can upgrade him to an robotic also, or you can upgrade him to a GNSS also. Everything works on the same software. He doesn't feel any difference actually while converting. Their workflow is like same, which is getting improved. And also, it is the reduced learning curve. This is what makes the entirely different. So that was a short. I have not discussed about the GNSS part of that. So maybe GNSS part we can have separately. If anyone of interested, you can reach out on that also. And next is a detection. So Leica, along with Ideas, recent we have collaborated with Ideas also. Ideas also is part of Hexagon. So we provide a complete solution for the detection portfolio. Starting from a contractor, we have the basic cable locators. Then we have surveyors and repair maintenance work. We have product for that also, which I'll be explaining. And next comes utility surveyors or the mapping, like digitalization of the data. There it comes. We have the major product from Ideas, as well as we have Ultra series in between, not to the expert level. Once we go for the digitalization, we normally recommend GPR, the higher end GPS. So we are seeing the products here, but there is a catch on this. What it can detect, that is a catch. I'll come to this slide. So this is a catch, what it can detect. So if you're looking at GPR, the ground penetrating radar, it can detect almost all the object below the ground. But discrimination of the product, like whether it is a electrical cable or plastic pipe, that will be very difficult on this. Sometimes it is not possible. If you're looking at the locators, you can detect electrical cables, metal pipe, any conductive object it can detect. And also the depth of the object is also possible for measurement. And also here, the discrimination of the material, like whether it is a live cable or any other cable, it can detect that also. It works along with the transmitter. In some cases, we use a sound also. So this works with the accessories. Depending upon the accessories, the functionality of the locator varies. So what is the budget? In this particular thing, it shows how much the prices are like. The basic, we have 100 series, which is our entry level product, costing at a lower pricing for the basic detection. Then we have 200 series Ultra. Next comes our newly launched DSX, and next comes the GPR. And above this, the IDS products comes into picture. So this is a small video about how a cable locator before for finding out any underground utilities or electrical cables. So this is how the display looks. We can select between different modes like electrical or auto or radio mode. We have to just move across the surface. So if you are getting on an electrical cable, the signal will get maximum. So we can mark our point of interest at that particular location. This is how the cable locator works. You can use the locator along with the transmitter if there is a dead cable, or if it is a metal pipe, you have to use it along with the transmitter. We in detection segment, we are providing the complete solution itself along with the accessories. So the entry level product, the 100 series. So this can work up to 3 meters range, 3 meters depth. It can detect any conductive object, that means electrical cable or metal pipes. If you wanted metal pipes, you have to use along with the transmitter. And if you're looking at this newly launched, this was launched in the month of January, DD175. This is filling the gap between DD100 and 200 series, because this comes with an inbuilt GPS and also Bluetooth connectivity. I'll speak about why Bluetooth is required on locator also. So this can be targeted to an utility worker, where they, before any excavation, they will be cross-checking whether existing cables are there or water pipeline or metal pipes are there. There you can recommend our cable locators, our 100 series. So this is how the display looks. This is your signal strength. These are the frequency which can work. These are the modes actually, electrical, radio, and this is the 8 kilohertz frequency. And if you set at auto mode, it is a combination of radio and electrical mode. And you can also get the depth, battery indication, Bluetooth indication, everything is available on the display itself. So this is our 200 version. This can work up to 5 meters depth. So 100 series can go up to 3 meters. 200 series can go up to 500 meters. And again, here it comes with automatic sensitive adjustment. This is one additional feature in 200 series. It comes with integrated GPS, inbuilt memory, and it is an IP65. And one more advantage of 200 series is it works on a lithium-ion battery, unlike 100 series, which works on a AA batteries. So here also you can pitch in for the utility workers, or for tracing for a longer distance also you can use DD200 series. And this is a color display. DD100 series comes with a monochrome display, and this comes with a color display with inbuilt GPS and your battery condition, everything. I told 200 series supports Bluetooth because we are providing a free software that is called as DX Field, where they can log in the data also. Suppose if you're crossing a cable, that is the peak point. And also, I want to highlight it has got an internal GPS also. So, along with the GPS coordinate, the data will be stored on the mobile. This is one application. Second thing is, the company can trace the equipment, whether it has been used or not, who is the user. All the data can be seen on the DX Field software itself. If they are going for the paid version, then they can upload the site document also. What happens is before excavation, there will be like first they have to go check the site. They have to make a preparation like whether there is cable or something. Then they have to get an approval from a manager or someone before excavation. So that process can be automized on DX field. They can assign the authority also who has to approve. Even that is available on the paid version. And what happens about the data? It is stored in the cloud. For the free version, I think it is stored up to 90 days and that can be extended. And as I told, the reports and also the approval process, it is available on the DX Manager Shield also. This is the DX field on the field. It is on the user. On the manager also, they can centralizedly, they can check whether the instrument has been used, what all the data is collected, whether it requires approvals, or they wanted the photograph also, they can store it on a paid application. This is manager, this is on the cloud. And also we have office software also. So that is about 100 and 200 series. We have Ultra series also, which is meant for the tracing application. This is higher end. This can go up to 5 meters depth. And the advantage of Ultra is the display. This is like some of the competition which is providing in the market. This is like a composed indication where this will indicate which side to move, left or right, whether you are on the side. That is one. And second thing is, if you're looking at ultra locator advance, this can scan the surrounding area and suggest you which is the best frequency to work with because our environment is filled with electrical noise. So in DD 100 and 200, there is an adjustment which is possible and there is a technology which eliminates the false indication. But in ultra series, there is an option to check which is the best frequency to work with. So that is one advantage. And also, this is best suited for if I want to trace a particular cable. So then this particular model is very suitable. And also, this is like you can check the how much current movement is there 77.1 in this particular image and also what is the depth, so you can cross check that also and you can set the adjustment manually or automatically also in this particular model. So that was a big small intro on Ultra. Now coming to GPR. So as I told, ground penetrating radar, this can detect almost all the objects below the ground, whether it may be a water pipeline, trench, or cables, uh, even your In some cases, they have found out tunnels also using a ground penetrating radar. So what we are providing is the GPR DS2000. This is like a dual frequency antenna, which is for 250 and 700 megahertz. And this is for the shallow and deep. The two radar images are recorded on the device simultaneously. So they can check for depth of 5 meter on an ideal condition. In Indian market, since the clay content is more, we can recommend the depth up to 3 to 3.5 meters. That is ideal condition. Uh, so that is about the specifications. Utility mapping, this is the application, or hidden structures, like as I told, tunnels, or even in some cases like old road structures or something, even to study the structures also, it can be used. But there is one more catch on this. For DS2000 to read the radar image, the basic raw data, people require some experience or the time to learn about the using the GPR is very simple, but reading the data requires some time. So this was like a standard method, but to overcome this also, Leica has introduced one more model for new GPR users, like a small area for an industrial applications. Like there are a lot of cement industries, or even bigger petroleum industries, all those things where they go for a manual, like annually they go for a rework or something. They want to cross check it, or digitalization. If you're looking at a service provider for a smaller area, then they can go with DSX. So DSX, as I told, any new uh, customer who is want to enter into detection, they can go with DSX. This can work on an ideal condition up to 2.4, for Indian condition less than 2 meters, I can say. This is a single antenna with 600 megahertz frequency. What makes difference in this is the software, data acquisition, because in this particular you can do the data acquisition as well as processing and also visualization. This was missing in DS2000. Here you can do the visualization also. And next, this particular model by default supports positioning devices such as GNSS and TPS, and also the tilted compensators, like now the latest GNSS with tilt compensators can also be integrated. So we provide DSX in two versions. One is the entry level build, where positional integration is not available, and your coordinate systems will not be available, but it can support a Google Maps for the background layers, and you can export it into DXF, DWG, or KML format. In build plus survey, it can support GNSS and TPS positioning integration. Plus, as a background, you can see the CAD layer can be done, and also your grid location. This is very much important. GNSS positioning and TPS can integrate it. And again, in export, you get the shapefile also. And the advantage is here, 3D and real-time positioning is very much required. As I told, difference between these two is this: the customer. You need some time to learn, as well as an expert is required to analyze the data. But here, a beginner can do that work. And also, if you see here, I told equation. Yes, of course, grade, quick scan. Even here, it is a quick scan grade. But difference is here, data view and analysis. This is only B scan. Here also we get the B scan. Tomography, Next Advanced. This is an additional software which you have to buy. But here, by default, you can see tomography, and also in GPR, we have introduced the pipe tracking algorithm also. So once you mark an utility over there, it can go for an automatic tracking of pipes also. And on the field itself, you can have a 3D view, which is not available in most of the competitors. In the basic level, it is not available. So we have seen detection below the ground. What in a concrete structure? So is it possible to detect rebars or pipes or cavities? Yes. Since IDS is part of Hexagon, we have see-through. This is for detection of rebars in concrete structures. So I think the video was almost explaining all the features. This particular product can be targeted for the structural analysis as well as rebar applicators in your areas. And also, uh, there are products in the market like wall scanners or something that is meant basically for the safe drill system. But this particular model can give you where the actual rebar is there, distance between both the rebars as well as the first layer of rebars plus second layer of the rebar also. And also this has an integrated electromagnetic field sensor, which indicates whether it is an electrical cable or a rebar. So you can get the visualization of the image also, which is not available in any safe drill systems also. So I think I've taken almost around 30 minutes additional, but I would say that I had given you a brief detail only, not the complete. So you can reach out to me for any products you want to know more about, because it is explaining each and every features of a product will take a lot of time. So it is I'll make the session open for question and answers, or if wants to raise a
Thanks,
question.
Anand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just read out the questions for you. So the first question we have is, can we also do the area measurement, stock volume calculation type of basic calculation in any of the distors?
Yeah, according to the models, like as I told, D1 is for only linear measurement, D2 or X3, we get area measurement for rectangular area, and volume also, it is a cubical volume calculation can be done on any distance. I mean, from D2 you can do it on any distance. And second thing, the format, it will be supported only on DWG or DXF formats only. And next question is on the total station. Difference between the normal total station and this building series is the software, because I can give it in a simpler way. The people in Karnataka and people in Tamil Nadu speaks in a different language, Kannada and Tamil, or maybe if I go to north, it will be Hindi. Something similar like that. The software language of normal total station and the building series or infrastructure projects will be entirely different. So here it is tailor-made for an construction and infrastructure industries. So once a person start using an icon series, he knows the difference, and I'm sure that his project manager or someone will suggest for icon because of its simple usage. And also, I would add one more point. It is BIM integrated, and also you can transfer the data using the cloud also. And budgetary price, okay, we can discuss this later. How DS 2000 will work in rugged area from Madan. Okay. DS 2000 works on, like, there was previously two-wheel system and four-wheel. As on today, we have only four-wheel system, and the radar is protected by a protective cover so that you can use it on any mud roads also. And your protective cover needs a replacement if you're using it on a two stone or a mud area where there are pebbles there, then you have to replace that. USP of this product, the last product, I think should be, I don't know which product. Nitin, what is the frequency? It is for see-through, it is 1 GHz frequency is being used actually. So for detecting the rebar. And yeah, nice question. This is a common question which comes across everything. Can it detect rebar diameter? Definitely no. So diameter is not possible. Here you can get the center to center distance as well as the first layer and the second layer actually. For see-through, the selling USP will be like in the market, we have limited competition. And also, even if I take that competition into consideration, most of them doesn't come with dual polarization. It comes with a single polarization. Second thing, the layers, what you can see due to dual polarization, you can look at the first layer also, the second layer also. And we are providing the 3D view also, and data transfer. In few models, the data transfers are not available. Here in ideas see-through, it is possible. Additional software in see-through, if you are looking at data transfer or you want a there you get some bridging software. I think that is also free of cost. And for 3D augmentation, yes, of course, you have to buy certain additional softwares. I think I have covered questions as of now. Any further questions?
Okay, so we don't have any more questions. So I'd like to
Okay.
thank everyone for joining this webinar. This concludes today's webinar. Thank you, Kanan, for this informative session. You can also please display your email ID on the screen in case anybody needs any further information. They will reach out to you for the same. We will also be sharing a recording of this session. Should you wish to listen back to this webinar, we appreciate your time and hope you have found this webinar to be a valuable experience. Thank you.
Thank you all for your time and being here.
Thank you, everyone.